What's going on, guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Blood Phantom 81. Shout out to the 47 people that are watching this video. I appreciate you guys. If you guys can't tell from the title, today and yesterday have both been very interesting days, to say the least. I definitely stayed up pretty late last night just thinking about this morning and that kind of thing. So yeah, pretty interesting nights and days overall. Main reason for that, of course, is I no longer have that much buying power, and that's because a lot of my money has gone towards stocks. And obviously, as you can tell from just today, it was a pretty wild day. The high of today, I was plus 697. The low of today, I was minus 821, and then went back to plus 539. Then went back to minus, let's see, 643. Excuse me, sorry. So clearly a lot of wild swings, and that's the kind of thing that happens when I'm fully invested because um, having like $50,000 in stocks is a lot different than having like $25,000 in stocks. And I think like this same time last year, I was trading with 25 grand at a time. Now I'm trading with 50 grand at a time. So I definitely feel all of those little speed bumps a lot more. It's definitely like riding a bicycle without a seat. Like any little bump and you feel it. If you take a look at the Nasdaq and you see like, okay, the Nasdaq is down like 0.3%, so my account should be relatively flat. And you check your account and you're down like $500 and that kind of thing. So definitely preparing for that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stock market. So the reason why I did buy, of course, one of the main reasons was we're at 200-day moving average support, and we do have a little bit of bullish divergence here on the daily time frame as of now. But if I'm being completely honest, I'm not super crazy about my entry. Like I'm not very happy about it. And in the past, whenever I've gone all in, so to speak, I've kind of felt good pretty shortly after. Like I felt like, okay, I put all my money in here and I'm feeling like I did a good job. I'm feeling like I timed everything pretty well and I feel comfortable about the short-term future. And just to give some examples, on December 24th, made a great trade, and I know I keep talking about this one, but I did time the exact bottom of here on December 24th. The reason why I felt so good is because we had 200-week moving average support, which is where we bounced off of in early 2016, and just clearly just so high above this moving average. So we eventually came to retest it. Awesome bounce attempt. Great trade overall. Another classic example was coming back and retesting the 200-day moving average here in early 2018. At this point in time, we were, let's see, we were about 12 to 13% above the 200-day moving average. Came crashing right down towards it, retested it. Very impulsive move. Take a look at these candlesticks. Like, that's a wild swing. That's a lot of upper wick, and that's a strong candlestick. Same thing with this. That's a lot of money exchanging hands. This does not feel like that. This feels very passive and very sluggish and not very impulsive at all. So we didn't get a strong bounce attempt off of the 200-day moving average. Clearly, we went a little bit below it, and we did see some upper wick and closed above it, but nothing too great. And then if we check out the Nasdaq, this is after hours. It's about 6:32 p.m. here on the West Coast, and we are getting a bit of a bounce attempt, and that's why my account's a little bit green right now. But it's nothing too impulsive. And even like RSI isn't oversold like it was a couple weeks ago. And yeah, just in general, I'm not feeling super great about it. And it's gonna take maybe a week to figure out if I was wrong. But kind of the amount of pain that I'm willing to go through is if we get to the 0.618 or below on the Nasdaq or the S&P 500, then I will consider just exiting and just kind of wait to see how things play out. And pretty much the lesson that I want to give today, and on every single one of these videos, I want to leave a lesson. So the lesson that I want to leave today is that there's two kinds of entries. One of them is bottom fishing, and the other one is waiting for the trend to reverse. When you're bottom fishing, you're going to have a lot more reward, but obviously a lot more risk, because it takes it takes skill, maybe a little bit of luck, I guess, to catch the exact bottom. And if you wait until the trend reverses, then you minimize the risk. But by that point, you have lost a lot of the reward as well. So it's definitely a bit of a trade-off. What I'm doing here is bottom fishing rather than trying to wait until the trend reverses. Clearly, the trend is still down as the 4-hour time frame, the 4-hour 200 period moving average is sloping downwards. That's why it's red. However, that doesn't mean that this isn't the exact bottom. As you guys can see here on December 24th, the 200 period moving average was still sloping downwards and a little bit of red, and it didn't actually change in trend until, let's say, February 4th. So only maybe a month and a week later did the trend change. So that's the amount of gains that I could have potentially missed out on. But it wasn't until February, early February, where the trend had changed, in my opinion, and it was safe to get in again. But obviously, you miss a little bit of the reward. So I want to, try to capture all of the reward, and I think that there's enough support here that would warrant that. But like I said, overall, I would have felt much better if we got a strong bounce attempt, just a really nice candle. On the NASDAQ, it looked like we were getting a bit of a bull hammer, but what we ended up getting was a gap down doji. Dojis sometimes signify indecision, and we are getting a little bit of bullish divergence on the RSI, as I mentioned earlier in the video. So that's something worth noting in my opinion. But overall, not my favorite setup, not my favorite candlestick, and not my favorite trade. So we'll see how things go. Generally, like I said, I'm not trying to get too cute when I'm timing the market. So I'm just trying to get comfortable. And if I don't catch the exact bottom, oh well. At least I tried. But yeah, that's my update. I'm very curious to hear what you guys think, whether or not this is the bottom or whether we'll continue lower, or this is, maybe we'll go sideways for the next couple weeks. I don't know. But I'll leave it to you guys to let me know what your thoughts are. Definitely comment down below. With all that out of the way, hope you guys have a great day and good luck trading.